Alright guys, so I'm going to be taking out the Boss Audio Phantom 2300 watt, and I'm going to be switching it out for this Pile Blue Wave 1200 watt and just see how good the POW does in this box in the car. And I'm going to switch back and forth to see which one sounds better. So you guys already heard what the dual Pioneers sound like, 400 watts each sub, so altogether that was 800 watts of power going. Same amp, we're still using the same amp and everything, but you guys already know what the Pioneers sound like. They had a pretty good punch, but took a lot of room since it was a one big giant box. So now we're gonna try out, like I said, the Boss and the POW, and yeah. Alright guys, so right here I got the Boss Phantom. They're both 12-inch speakers, both 12 subs, but one is a higher watt than the other. This is 2300 watt, that's 1200 watt. And if we look on the back, so this one I had set up for 2 ohms, but this is what the back of this is looking like compared to the back of the POW. This one looks a lot bigger than the POW. So one has a bigger magnet, but don't let that fool you, just because this one looks a lot bigger. But this is originally supposed to be 4 ohms. I had it set up as 2 ohms. This one is also 4 ohms. So yeah, so this one I'm gonna have to rewire back up the 4 ohms and all that, but we're gonna slap this POW and see how it sounds. Before I hook up the POW, I need to basically disconnect this. So I had this set up as an 8 ohm because I had it in one of my theater box inside my house. So we're strictly doing 4 ohms on this Crunch 1000 watt amplifier. Alright guys, so the POW 1200 watt is in. Let's turn it up. Right off the bat, the other speakers would be shaking this right now, but it's not. It don't sound like too punchy. It don't sound punchy at all. Like, I have to really turn it up just for it to kind of rattle a little. So alright guys, so we're going to do a bass test, like a song with more bass to it. But other than that, this thing is just something. So this POW is just something, if you don't want your car rattling like crazy and you still want that sub sound, then this would be the good to go for you. Now the Boss, it's definitely got the punch and the thump where it rattles the car. And the dual Pioneers that I have, it's the same. It's more punchy. But this one is just something to get you by. See, you can hear this up, but it's not really shaking anything. So it's giving me that sub sound, just not shaking the car. So if you want something that don't shake the car, which is good, up all the way. And let's see. Yeah, it's starting to rattle a little bit. A little bit. But it's not it's not the most impressive. Yeah, it's not the most impressive I've heard. But just to give you that sub sound, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I like it where you can feel it. That's just how I am. And I know it's not good for cars when it's rattling it like that, but I'm young. I love feel. Guys, so I decided to put the Boss Audio Phantom 2300 watt sub in the car instead of the Pioneers, and I had to adjust the amp just for this sub, that way it wouldn't blow it. But I figured to put it in there because I needed more trunk space. The one I had with the dual subwoofers was like a huge, it filled the whole back trunk. So I wanted to see how this Boss Audio does. So let's turn it up. All right, she kicking. Still vibrating the car. All right, so I'm gonna turn it up. It goes all the way up to 30, so it goes all the way up to 40, but we'll try 30. Turn it all the way up. We'll see. Shaking everything. That Boss Audio is still doing some damage like the Pioneers did. Actually, I think it's got more of a deep thump. I actually bridged it on the amp, so that way it gives it more of a kick. So that's probably why it sounds like it's got more of a thump than the Pioneers did. Oh, and also guys, I finally got the camera hooked up to this bad boy. So right there's the backup camera. Hell yeah. Because this car originally didn't come with a touchscreen. I installed this myself, which is pretty nice. So, and boom, back to music. Alright guys, so gonna be doing a true bass test on the two Pioneers that I have, 400 watts with a 1000 watt amp on this cheap 7-inch double din. So let's see what she does. It's almost max. 40 is max. Oh yeah, that's bad. That's dirty. That's dirty. Let's pop this trunk. So this is what I'm pushing. That's dirty. So that is a true bass test on this. Damn. And I still got 10 more to go. That is crazy. Heck yeah. So that's, yep, you can hear it. Now I'm gonna try to back up without the phone losing Bluetooth connection. Yeah, see, it's tripping out. But I already tested it. I went all the way, like I said, I went all the way down there and you could hear it. So it's not bad. Like nothing too extreme, but it's honestly not bad. And as we get closer, come I'm on bass. I just got in the car. Now it's gonna do that build up shit. Like, so that's the Boss audio. Enough that it's messing up my voice. See, enough that it's messing up my voice. And there she is. Not bad, not bad. Guys, so as you can see, the Boss is definitely more powerful on its end. And I mean, of course, it's still 12-inch sub, but it's got a little more wattage, bigger magnet, whatever. They're both dual coils, voice coils, but you could tell that the Pile didn't really have that punch that I was looking for. I had to really turn it up to finally get it moving, and even at that, it was barely moving, vibrating the car, which in some cases that's good. So if you're looking for something that you want that nice sub sound, you know, hey, this sounds good, and I don't want to hurt my car, the Pile would definitely be good to go, the Blue Wave. Now the Boss audio, the Phantom series, that one definitely has more of a thump and punchy, and that one started rattling the trunk, rattling the mirrors, you know, so and you could feel it in some cases, you know. That one is more for if you like the feel instead of just hearing it, you also like feeling it, and that's what type of person I am. I like feeling it as well. But other than that, they're great, both subs, great subs. The Dual Pioneers also does the same like the Boss. It's got a really good punch to it. It's just shaking everything. But I had the settings, the same setup, same settings on the amp, everything, and the Pile was a little less punchier than the Boss. So, you know, Pile, if you want that sub but not shaking. Boss, if you want that punch and shaking. Then, you know, that is up to you guys how you want it. But in my case, I am going to take out the Pile and put back in the Boss audio. Hope you guys enjoyed this little bass test. If you guys want to see more like this, where I'm testing out different speakers, let me know in the comments. Like, I actually enjoy taking out, I love speakers. I love subs. I love hearing different types of what sound what. People think that they all sound the same, but they all have their own unique way of sounding. And it all depends by the travel of the bass, where it's traveling. You know, if you have windows down, it's going to sound a lot more different than with the windows up, you know. In fact, the Boss Phantom actually holds a deep place in my heart, because it was actually my very first subwoofer that I ever owned, and I've had it for a lot of years. So it's nice to finally have a vehicle to put it in and truly test it out. But if you want to see videos like this, let me know. Subscribe. I'm out this thing. Hit that notification bell. Until then, I'm out. Peace.